Hello, my name is Neelam and my topic is India's decreasing per capita income. So, India's per capita income has been low consistently and COVID-19 pandemic has just added to it. It was estimated last year in the month of June that the current COVID-19 crisis may lead to a decline of around 5.4% in the per capita income of India in FY 2021 to rupees 1.43 lakh, higher than the nominal GDP decline of 3.8%. While 2 months back, in the month of January 2021, India's per capita gross domestic product at constant prices is projected to decline at 8.7%, below 1 lakh for the first time in the last three fiscal years since the 2016-17. While India's per capita GDP is estimated to fall by at least 10.5% to $1,877, lowest in 5 years, Bangladesh will see a grow up of 4% to $1,888 in 2020, while Pakistan's per capita GDP in terms of dollar will fall from $1,625 to $1,349 in 2020. And below are the few main reasons for the declining of per capita income of India. Higher growth rate of the population, excessive dependencies on the agriculture, poor industrial development, poor rate of infrastructure facilities, low level of technology, and of course coronavirus pandemic 2019, which has been a major reason or major share into declining of the per capita income. So, what are the some measures to increase per capita income? First of all, we should focus more on increasing the income for farmers, since India has excessive dependencies on farming, and around 40% of the Indian population works in agriculture and small-scale farming, supports many poverty-level communities. So, however, the India's government has historically kept prices for agricultural products low in favor of consumers, despite the lower profits for farmers. The recently introduced 2020 Farm Act will allow farmers to sell their products to the higher bidder, allowing them to seek more profits and more incomes. Products like fertilizers, working attires, tools, etc., are necessary for farming, and especially as they expand their businesses. This increase in expenditure will directly create another jobs for others. Second will be through government expenditure and investments in the infrastructures. The government controls the amount the nation spends on the public matters each year. However, government spending is necessary to increase the overall GDP per capita. This year, incomes have declined for Indian citizens, meaning private consumption has also decreased. By spending money on building and repairing the roads and bridges, the government will provide citizens with greater ease and efficiency in their work and create jobs in constructions. Furthermore, by using more funds to pay higher salaries, private consumption will once again increase, promoting higher businesses and investment and improving the market for imports and exports. By spending a certain amount of money, the government would benefit from the economic boost created as a result. Third would be becoming competitive in high potential sectors. Other countries' imports constitute a greater percentage of global trade than its exports. So, by increasing competitiveness in these sectors, India would not only increase its potential for exports, but will also decrease its reliance on imports. So, curbing the amount of money it spends on the citizens on foreign products. Then urbanizing India's rural population. Since urbanization drives economic growth, and because India's farming population is so prominent, moving some of these farmers to cities would allow them to get jobs in manufacturing. Not only this would increase the agricultural productivity by decreasing the number of farmers using the same amount of land, but it will also help grow some of India's medium size into more prominent urban landscapes. So the government can promote migration to cities area by providing incentives to rural populations, including investments in better infrastructure and urban services, such as transportation and water management. In addition, a new urban population would create a resurgence of the house market and give banks more lending opportunities. So, more development and urbanization would definitely create a new opportunities for international investments and manufacturing exports. So, finally, India actually have to, need to move from a common economy to a free market economy, so that market forces deliver high value at a lower cost to customers and relieve the citizens of the enormous overhead of law and regulations, which fail to do so, but burden the citizens with enormous number of non-productive government employees, taxes, corruptions, and inflations, and boost the technological development in order to increase the per capita income. Thank you.